Hello, I'm back for the last stream. Last stream of Space Quest 5. And then we'll check out a bit of the manual afterward. It's kind of like the Space Quest 4 manual. It's kind of set up like a magazine. We'll see. I'm trying to remember how we left off. I think we were gonna go track down the Goliath. Try to sneak onto that ship. And I think I couldn't figure out where it was. Where are we? We're at Clorox 2 right now. Which is where this ship was. The Goliath was. And then we escaped into the asteroid field. It saved Cliffy when he went out for repairs. So let's see. Yeah, we're cut off from Starcon. Yeah, because the frequency's jammed. I'm hoping somebody other than me knows where this Goliath is. Any ideas on how to get ourselves out of this mess? I don't know, sir. There's a lot of people out there counting on us to figure something out. The lives of thousands of species on hundreds of worlds hang in the balance. They're all depending on us. Humans, xenomorphs, Regelians, Orats, even species like dolphins. Let's get out there and win one for the flipper. I'm a wreck, sir. My bunions are killing me. But you're dear for asking, sir. How's this guy's bunions? Gotta stop the Goliath, sir. We can't let the pucoid mutants from hell slime the Star Confederacy. That's all well and good, Drool. Any idea how? I've been thinking about this a lot, sir. I think the only way we'll succeed is to board and take control of the Goliath ourselves. Then space monkeys might fly out of my butt. I'm serious, sir. We can't go toe-to-toe with the Goliath, so we're gonna have to find a sneaky way to get them. Yeah, well, he doesn't have dialogue options like Flo does. Kick the tires and light the fires. We're all set, Captain. Who knows? Maybe the Goliath is still here. And I'm just not seeing it. Well, let's go talk to Cliffy and WD-40, and I don't know if... I think B is still recovering. Cliffy just farts around. I think he goes between this area and then down below. Can you give me an analysis on our best course of action now that we have the cloaking device, WD-40? Oh yeah, we just got that installed. I recommend that we attempt to board and take the Goliath. If we achieve surprise, we can cure a portion of the Goliath's crew with the ship's transporter and enlist their aid before the rest of the pucoids can react. Sounds risky. I calculate a 29% chance of success, but there's a 93% chance that the Goliath could destroy the Star Confederation if we cannot prevent her from reaching the frontier. And just how in the Pleiades am I supposed to get over there? The Goliath shields will probably block our transporter. The only remaining option is to use the EVA pod. Captain Wilco. It's small enough to avoid attracting attention once you attach it to the Goliath and cut through her hull. You can sneak up to the bridge and shut down the shields. Then Cliffy and I can join you and affect the rest of the plan. Okay. So maybe assuming I try this crazy stunt, where should I land the pod? My databanks do not possess that information, sir, but I calculate an 83.7% chance that Cliffy will have that information. Okay, so I may actually be in the correct location, and I just have to use the pod again. Just like when we went out for saving Cliffy. And B is still needs time to rest and recuperate from her ordeal. I still don't know if I need any more of these. High voltage circuit fuse, I can get those. Actually, let me save. We can get those from here. We can actually die too if you do this wrong. The VGA EGA interlock. Is it this one? Yeah. And this is the life support. Main transporter power coupling. Cockpit glazing blemish removers. Wonder if Flo's gonna be pissed about that. This is the lighting. Power supply, so this should shut off everything, right? Don't want that, but we can cut the lighting a bit. What was this again? VGA, EGA. Do I have these? Realizing it's not a good idea to interrupt the power to critically important circuits, he replaced the fuses before leaving. Maybe it's just for fun. Yeah, you can't cut off the life support and die. Man, I can't open the airlock with Cliffy down here. Right? He's not gonna have anything useful to say. You tired to talk now, Captain? Intercom. Yeah. This is just some goofy thing where they... What do they do? Cliffy scavenged the microphone and speaker from this intercom to rig up a voice-activated flush mechanism for the Eureka's head. When the rest of the crew balked at having to say bombs away each time they used the facilities, he hooked it up to the transporter unit instead. Oh, so that's why we can just say energize, and it turns on the transporter. Used to have to say bombs away to flush the toilet. I think we already have air. Or wait, what? Is this more? I think I just put it back and then I took it again. Tanks a lot. It's full of air. Please let me in here. Starcon regulations prohibit use of the EVA pod except for rescue and emergency situations. Well, Captain, are you crazy? We'll get sucked out into deep. We'll get sucked out into the deep void of space. That's fine. I wonder if I could do... I think I can only do that when Cliffy's not here, and it's just a bit of RNG. Pod rotation. No. Don't need that. It's already facing the right way, but... Yeah, the previous captain had his accident here. Well, I'm guessing that I'm not in the right area. do still have the... this. Still do have this that takes us out to the middle of nowhere. I wonder if we go there and try the pod. I do remember I was gonna... I probably already went here last stream to try this out. If I can't figure it out, in a couple minutes here, I'll probably just take a hint and scoot forward. As is the way. I'm just wondering if... we must have got information on where to go. Back on that one planet where we turn into a fly. And I could load an old save. And see if I did miss something there. No, I should be able to open the airlock. I wonder if you can use this pod anywhere as long as Cliffy's not around. I guess I don't do anything here. Really? Oh, well, whatever. I still have my save from the last location. So let's see. It shouldn't be too long ago where I've got a save in that. Yeah, it's here. I should have a save. Camouflage, which is fine. Because I can still use this. And just seeing if I can glean a little location information from this. I'm just gonna go through it pretty quick. Oh, what? No. Yeah, I'm looking for like other systems to go to, which isn't there. Got the bribe information from accounting, but it shows quirk. Projects, maybe? Where were we supposed to figure out where to go next? Because here's where it talks about, you know, how cold slows down the mutation, but fly away. I don't know where this would take us here. weird. It's like some... It almost feels soft locky if we didn't get the location, but it's... I don't think it's the worst thing, because what we have here is we got... And we got the manual, and the manual doesn't have some unlimited amount of locations. Right here, we went to this coup, which is just an abbreviated name for that place where we got the cloaking device from. I don't think we ever went to Lucas Sucks? Is that a jab at LucasArts? I don't think we went to Gingivitis. Starcon, it doesn't look like it has a location. We are currently at Clorox. Hey Lumberjanite. Welcome on in. I'm not sure how long it'll take me to get through this. I think we're coming up on the end, so it shouldn't be too long. But then, yeah, I do want to go over the manual, because it's yeah, Space Quest 4 and 5. I'm not sure about 6. Have like magazine style manuals, which is pretty cool. Yeah, so I mean, we can just go ahead and check out like all these places one by one. I think we already did Thrakus though, didn't we? That's fine. That's fine. You know, it'll just take a, let's see, 53284. It'll just take a little while. That way I don't have to feel like I'm cheating by just looking up the answer. I always take my time. Yeah, I was just going to look up a hint to scoot forward, but this is a bit different because we do just have well, hopefully the ship is at one of these locations. Just a limited amount of locations in that manual. Just like a copy protection thing. Oh, what am I doing? Or is this Thrakus? I thought this was Clorox too. Did he say this is... I must have missed that. Yeah, we must already be here. I thought this was... Does it say? Wait. Okay. So we're at Thrakus. We already went to the second one in the list, which is where we got the cloaking device. We can do... I'm guessing that the ship we're gonna sneak onto is going to be right in front of us when we get to our correct destination. We'll go to Lucas Sucks. I don't think we've been there. Might even be some Easter eggs at some of these locations. Yeah, it shouldn't take more than like 10 minutes. Let's check out all these places. Yeah, after I'm ramped up with the game, maybe I will look and see if there's any Easter eggs at some locations. Wait. What? There. Have I been here? so this is... I don't think this is the correct place, because there's no... Oh wait, no. Here. Otherwise the Goliath would be shown. But... Curious. Way to go, Raj. You beamed down to an uninhabitable planet. Next time, pay more attention to your science officer. That's fine. That's fine. I still forget who my science officer is. I'm guessing it's Drool. Reading his Mad magazine there. What does he have to say? Oh, he just says general crap. Her too. Okay, next place. Oh wait, no, that's where we are. I think that's it? Hold on. So we're at Lucas Sucks, which is uninhabitable. This is gingivitis. I wonder if all the irrelevant planets on that list are uninhabitable, or if that's where some of the Easter eggs are. Hey, DOS Gamer Man. It's 7 hours of this. We got here just in time for the last stream. Just starting out. Oh, what? Okay, we're approaching planet Gingivitis. Sensors have detected the presence of the Goliath in the area. Captain Wilco. Okay. My calculations indicate the Goliath will be in visual range in approximately 10 seconds. Am I already irregular? Orbit then. Do I have to like haul ass down to... How do I... This is different from usual because usually when we approach a planet, we're slowing down to regular speed and then standard orbit. Ready to rock and roll? Like, can I just go then? Oh, yeah, we have to go down to the... We have to go down to the pod. Actually, hold on. The game held on for me. I died because I was dumb. Thanks, game. You been to all the planets on the star chart for Space Quest 5? Yeah, I was guessing that... Like, are you talking about what's in the manual? Yeah, because I was just going down the list, because I don't think it gave me where... I don't think it gave me in-game where the Goliath was, so I was just going down the list. It just happened to be number 4 here. Hey, Alexa. Welcome on in. Welcome on in. So yeah, I was guessing that maybe... yeah, we did Clorox. I think we did Monostat. Or Gangularis. The space bar... Well, I think we blew up with the space monkeys. Maybe we went to PU? But that seems like, you know, prime Easter egg territory. There is a clue in game. Yeah, because I was thinking, was it at that, that one location where we turn into a fly, but I couldn't find anything on the computer there? Oh, we went all the way back here. No biggie. No big deal. I mean, we already talked to a WD-40 about how to get on the Goliath, but I don't... Something's different now about slowing down. Usually you go light speed to get generally to your new area, then you slow down to regular speed and orbit. You do orbit for a planet or some kind of like space station thing. You'll just orbit around it, but that wasn't working. What was it? 8. Yeah, I'll check out the other planets probably after beating the game. Oh, wait. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Yeah, so this is... What's coming up is just confusing because I don't know how to slow down. Oh, wait. Cloak. Is that an option? I thought we got it installed. Did I not? I have it. I think. I'm pretty sure I saved after that. Okay, so what are we doing? Regular speed. You don't think flows, and we'll just skip past this. 10 seconds. Oh, I want to hail the ship. Flow is useless. What am I doing? Rock and roll. I don't know if we were ever told how to turn on the cloaking device. Can't go into orbit. This was the refuse recovery system. Ray shields? Maybe just talk. Okay, that's just general crap. She spotted us, sir. Her weapons are locked and preparing to fire. Been nice knowing you. Oh. I'm confused. Was I supposed to turn on the cloaking before? I do have this thing. Whatever it is. Communications functions. Oh, what? Is this... I never saw this. The button is used to speak with the engineering section. I never knew that existed. Maybe it's a fresh button. I've said it at multiple parts in the game. It is tough to tell when you have this kind of art style what you can click on. They've been there the whole time. Well, at least it only took 7.5 hours to figure out. Status report. She's probably not going to say anything until we're there. Yeah, it's, you know, some games, interactable parts will stand out a bit. It's not really the case in this game. Not the worst. Not the worst thing. Okay, so we're slowing down. And scan for ships. The Goliath is scanned as Sir. Her weapons are beginning to power up. Somebody please turn on the cloaking. Scan planet. We aren't close enough to a planet. Status report. I'm fully operational. All my circuits are functioning perfectly. 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 Recommendation. Nothing. We talked to her earlier. I guess what we're supposed to do is get close, cloaked, and hop in that pod. Let me see something. Let me go back here. There's 2 other buttons. I guess I can check that out then. Let's see. Hold on. Speak with engineering. Calls up the science section. Self-destruct mechanism. That's what I want. Looks like an Astro Chicken Egg Timer. Must be one of Cliffy's jury-rig control devices. Yeah, I had no clue that that was there. Until I... What did I do? I was just randomly looking at stuff. That's fine. What is this? No, I want to blow us up. That's what I'm talking about. How come I gotta wait 10 minutes? I love the way Flo's running off. I'm sure you're gonna have a blast, Captain. We gotta run. I'm just messing with you. Oh, it's got a failsafe function which prevents it from being shut down once activated. I was just messing around. Can I sit in these? I don't want to wait 10 minutes for this. I shoot it. It's like an Astro Chicken Egg Timer. Let's speed it up. It needs the thing where you tamper with it and it just goes faster. Okay, well, I get what I'm doing. It should be the middle button then. To activate the cloaking. Yeah, it's just that like things blend in well. Like obviously those 3 buttons once you know you can interact with them, but let's see, regular speed. Do I cloak before? We'll see. Got 10 seconds. Science. Oh wait, no, I think I clicked the... Which one's which? maybe it's the one next to it. There we go. There we go. He activated the self-destruct. First time. It better be a unique death. I do want to test that out. Maybe I'll... maybe when I'm looking through the manual, I'll just have that running in the background. So we get the 10 minutes passing. That way I don't have to sit here and look at the countdown the whole time. Status report. I finished putting WD-40 back together and reprogrammed her to perform as our science officer. You can now reach her through the science station on your comm panel. If only you told me about the comm panel. I don't know if there was a separate manual to go along with the magazine-style manual, but it would have been nice to know all these type of controls before playing the game. A cloak ship. Right away. Anything else? No, should we get more power? Why not? Just can't take much more of this, Captain. Always wanted to say that. Okay. Oh no. Hey, Captain, get your tail down here to the lab. Got something you might want to take a look at. Are you gonna say anything else, guy? There's gotta be a way to sneak aboard that ship. Don't look at me, Captain. I'm not getting hazard pay on this tour. Think I'll sit this one out. We gotta stop the Goliath, sir, before it's too late. Maybe you should talk to Cliffy. Alright. Is he down there? Like the worst memory. How nice. Captain, I've been making a few scans of the Goliath, and I've come up with some interesting information. Oh really? Like what? Well, our scans show that the mutated crew of the Goliath is not spread evenly throughout the various sections of the ship, as it normally would be. The engineering spaces are almost completely deserted, for example. So? Well, if you were to enter the ship at that location, you'd stand a good chance of getting aboard undetected. And by saying you pretty much mean me, don't you, Cliffy? Of course, sir. Once you got aboard, you could sneak up to the bridge power conduits and shut off the Goliath shields. What good would that do? Well, maybe WD-40 could beam over and incapacitate the crew. Then I could zip on over and set something up like we did for the ambassador with their transporter. Okay. That section of the Goliath's hull is full of machinery. Ooh. The Goliath's ion emitters are located there. Lots of hard radiation. Lots of pucoid activity in that area. Section's got most of the Goliath's weapons and control systems. It's probably swamped with pucoids. It's the area where our scans show the least amount of pucoid activity. Not a good idea to land there, Captain. Those engines are red hot. The thrust turbulence would blow you away. That area is mostly crew quarters. We registered a lot of pucoids moving through there. The Goliath Bridge, it's probably Pucoid City right now. Anything else? Nope. So we're landing here? Yeah. I probably have to memorize where that is. Alrighty. You don't think my hair is starting to go, do you, Chief? I feel seen. I really can't tell, sir. The light reflecting off your bald spot is blinding me. Can you give me an analysis on your best course of action now that we have the cloaking device WD-40? Oh, we already... That's just what she said before. Is B still recuperating? Okay. Alright, so we gotta get on that pod. Head over. Easy peasy. Save. Should work. Yes. Oh. Okay. Use the hand icon to indicate the position on the glass hole you wish to dock at. It's here. Right? Oh. Yeah. Surprised it's doing it on its own. It probably knows how bad I sucked at saving Cliffy. Is it gonna wave at me? Oh. These controls operate the hatch mechanism for the Evapod. Ah, I feel death. I feel death happening. The cramped interior of the pod is jammed with equipment you have a little hope of understanding in the short time available to you. The hatch mechanism. Oh, I've been waiting to use this, right? Laser cutting torch. Oh, baby. Satisfying. Having expended the laser torch's power pack, cutting through the Goliath's super hard hole, you decide to leave the spent and bulky tool in the Evapod. Oh, I'm sneaky. Oh, someone's gonna catch me. Oh, I got puked. Boy, they were all over you like flies on. Sorry, you're probably still a little sensitive about that fly thing. Alright. That's fine. That's just fine. Okay. Can I? I cannot. Let me see if it's just a timed thing. I don't know if he can see me. A lone pucoid patrols the catwalks of the engine room. Yuck. It's uglier than your great Aunt Helga. Can I kill this guy? I still got my stick. Use the stick. The stick is always necessary. Was that it? Easy. Until something pops up like right there. Can't reach anything. What am I? We'll get closer then. Drive off like this looks like I shoved this thing or that thing into it. This must be the place where Beatrice liberated the Goliath's warp distributor cap. These status indicator lights register the operational readiness of the machinery that houses them. Is this a panel? Or hold on. I just shoved this thing back in. Huh? It just takes me back out. I want to click the shiny thing. What if I shove this thing in here? That's just weird. What about over here? Was it all one piece? There's got to be something I'm missing on this. Appears to be an empty receptacle. So it's like that's where I gotta click. I got points. The warp distributor cap snaps into its receptacle. The quiet click, and the glass star drive reawakens. Was I supposed to do that? I got points. Let me take it back. I cannot. The panel hums with electrical activity. Now that the warp distributor cap has been replaced. Okay. So what, now I go over here? The glass drive bay houses a Chevy small block Star Reamer warp drive capable of generating the equivalent of 350 trillion newtons of thrust energy. That's nice. I mean, I got points. That feels correctish. Oh. Hopefully he doesn't see me up here. I don't think I can go back here, so just follow him? Come on. Oh man, is this gonna be a maze? My favorite thing? Is that a door? Halt? I don't wanna. You're gonna be hearing that a lot. What? Got me from all sides. Do I just go straight then? Let me look around. It seems like movement triggers it. A nearby door gives the false impression that it will be easy to exit this corridor in a normal manner. What do I have? Can I put this on? Should I hit him with the hole punch? Or the air tank? This looks just like the last hallway you were in. Globs of pukey ooze are splattered on the hallway buttresses, the glass corridors. Either that or somebody's been hawking up some pretty serious loogies. A gentle breeze wafts up through the large gratings in the decking. Can I get down there? Yes, I can. Oh, that's a bad sign. Oh boy. I mean, I can't go that way. What about this way? Nice ass. Wait, like if I... What happens if I hop up here? I am in a different location, but... What if? Get a pad of paper and start mapping? No, no. Okay, I'll do that after I get slimed again. That door's locked? How do you know? You just know. Okay. Alright, well I always keep my paper. Okay. I'm just guessing then, do we just have to pop out every block then? Well, this doesn't say anything. Oh. Okay. Oh, where am I? Oh. What do they say you need to look for? I'm looking for the shield. Generator, right? I was kind of hoping that'd be a death where Pac-Man's eating my ass. Yeah, so looking for... Christ. I may have to, like, go back and look at the map. Is it... Because there was a... We popped in at the engineering section. Enabled that... I guess warp drive isn't enabled. It doesn't look like we die immediately after we pop out. It's only if we move probably at the wrong place. Which would be here. But yeah, I'll be mapping. Can't go that way. Good. Oh, level 8. This looks nice. Well, I probably have to go down there and through, right? I think the bridge is higher up. Let's see. The doorways allow access between the hallways, and the turbo lifts when they're stopped at a floor. How many seconds till the... Yeah. I knew it. I knew it. Looks like you've been spreading yourself a bit thin lately. Perhaps you'd like to try one of our less challenging games like Mixed Up Mother Goose. Kiss my ass, Sierra. They got me. They got me good. Okay. Well, am I going down then? Here? There? I thought I was supposed to be going up. Maybe I do go up, but... Let's see. Let me just mess around here. I'm pretty sure I'll know it when I see it. Oh. Oh! Is this 8? I think that's it. Maybe. And that's 7. How dare you? I went in there. I went in there, man. I totally went in there. I guess it just wasn't fast enough. Alright, so now I'm on 6. Went from 8 to 6. Oh boy. That's just why I like mazes on different levels. Nope. Let's see. I wonder if it's always going to be Pac-Man. No? Well, I guess I'm wondering if I have to pop out every time or if it's going to be clear where I am down below. She had your original maps. I wish I moved my grid paper close by so I wouldn't have to make a mess on a plain white sheet of paper. Can't go that way, that's fine. Can't go that way or that way. That's good. Yeah, give me those nice dead ends. Well, at least I'm not dying here. Yeah, I can't go that way. We were already here? The worst is when you beef it and you miss a room. And your whole map is destroyed. Can't go that way. Or that way. Guessing it looks the same up here. Yeah. Okay, can't go that way. You could be on level 7 too. I think up ahead takes us back to the... Oh Christ, maybe not. Okay. My maps are mostly good. This isn't that bad. It's just that I'm not sure yet if, like, every screen I have to pop up and check where I'm at. I think I've, like, fully explored level 6. There's still 7. You do that. It's just up here. Oh, don't smear me. Okay. Yeah, I think it's just... And we didn't do 9, right? No, because I was going up. It may be 9. Oh, wait. Wish I could go somewhere good. Like, am I gonna... What if everything just looks the same and I have to keep popping up and checking the door every time? Ugh. Which wouldn't be the worst thing, but... Like, do I want to know? I mean, if just... Yeah, if you want to just tell me if I just have to pop up every single screen and check. Down here. Cut out. Oh, it thinks I'm trying to jack off, which isn't the worst thing to do in this situation. Yeah, just so I'm not like wasting my time looking for something big down here. I don't need to pop up. That's good to know. I feel like I've... Hold on, let me go all the way down again. Can't go that way. Okay, then I think I've fully explored 7. Is it 9 then? No, I need to... I think I need to do this until the thing's above me. That's scary. Don't smear me, don't smear me. Unsmeared. Success. I almost expected there to be more Pac-Man. Maybe there's some ghosts. I can't go that way, can't... Well... Why did it put this thing here in the middle if it always says... Can't be of any help. I guess nothing's on 9 then. It's gotta be 6 then. I must have beefed it on 6. Or 7. Alright, let me do 6 again from the start. I think that's as high as I can go. It seems if I'm trying to get to 1, then 6 would take me to some kind of other elevator shaft. It has like 5 through 1, or maybe 5 through 2, and then I scoot over to another one. Go that way, that way, that way. Oh, that's fine. That way, that way, that way. Dead end. Wait, am I... I think I found it. Okay. I think this is it. Yes. Like I was thinking of. Put a little star next to that. Let me save. I haven't saved in a while. Okay. Yeah, so it's just like I was thinking. A lot easier with if I had my grid paper, but not a big deal. Thanks for those GGs. It feels good when maps work out. Yeah, so might be 1 or 2 more shafts. I'll have to find. Mm-hmm. And assuming it's always going to be the highest level that's going to have access to the next shaft. Oh, is this it? think this is... I'm gonna get smeared. Let me just do that. I mean, I'm pretty sure it can pop up below me down there. No? Maybe this one. Also, assuming I'm trying to get to the level 1, which should be this. Ah, satisfying. I just want to pop up. Just for fun. There. There we go. Yeah, I'm running out of paper. Well, since we're on 1, I wonder if on 1 I have to pop up. They all looks the same. So it could be they all just looks the same. Until I find it down here, just like with the shafts. We will see. I think is this where I was? I think this is back to the, yeah. Hey, Weak Stalker. I'm mazing it. It's been a while since I've had a maze like this. It looks like a pretty small area from what my map is showing. So maybe I do pop up? Well, you know, it does say, like... When I click on some of these doors, it does say locked on the other levels. But yeah, they all look the same. So... It could also be level 2 or 3 that I'm trying to get to. Never know. I think it is. The game knows I need to fully map every level. Door's locked, door's locked. Always looks like the last hallway I was in. Yeah. Yeah, level 1's mapped out and it's really small. Am I smeared? Instant smear. That's unfair. Where am I? Level 1. Let me... Hold on, let me, yeah, it probably doesn't even help me. I was thinking of going back to the map that's on the ship. But that doesn't say level numbers, I don't think. That's fine. Ooh, shit, we got points. Alright. Success. Ish. Well, that was easy. Oh no. Welcome aboard, Captain Wilco. I pity you can't stay, but I'm afraid you won't be with us much longer. I won't go down without a fight, Quirk. I know Kung Fu, Karate, Taekwondo, Judo, and several other Chinese words. There's no escape for you this time, young broom jockey. Your fate is sealed. Not this time, Quirk. Now the foot's in the other shoe. You're toast. Freeze. Oh shit! Tit lasers! I've temporarily frozen them with my new liquid nitrogen blasters. We must quickly make our way out to the transporter room where Cliffy awaits. It's like those robots in Austin Powers. Captain, I've got the transporter all set up to separate the primordial soup from the Goliath's crew. Quick, hide. Not like that, Captain. He's shy. Hide over there behind the bulkhead. Give me a signal as soon as the pucoids are in position. We're doing it. Oh, oh. Yeah, definitely didn't expect the tit lasers. Now, Cliffy. Oh, wait. Cliffy. I wonder if I have to give a command here instead of... But maybe I have to just do it in advance a little bit. It's this asshole right there. Maybe I have to immediately do it. Maybe I'm just giving away my position. Cut out. Oh, I just start like jacking off and that's my signal? I'm guessing I just don't make any sound, or else I give away my position. What am I doing here? Pick my nose? Alright, so I have a little bit of time. Or do I just wait until now? Oh, okay. I just have to wait till they stop moving entirely. Death music. That's got her, Captain. I've beamed all the pucoid material from the crew. Okay. What about Quirk? He's not here. This is Captain Wilco. Go ahead, Eureka. Captain, thank heavens. We were beginning to worry. I'm alright, Flo. We managed to cure what's left of the Goliath's crew. There's no sign of Quirk. Wait, Captain. I've just detected a shuttle launch from the Goliath. I see it, Flo. Looks like Quirk's trying to make a run for it. Holy hockey pucks. He's heading straight for the blob. Yeah, I love his slow-mo head popping out from the left. Uh-oh. This looks bad. Very bad. I think we're in trouble. Is there anything I can do, Captain? Don't worry about it, Flo. Gonna fire up the glass phaser banks. Zap that Quirkoid blob creature into puke fritters. I don't know if we can ride it out. I think I'm gonna guess that we beam over and then basically do to the blob like we did with all those trash bags floating in space. Cliffy says he's locked on to even standing by. Okay. Energize. Captain, get up here quick. The Pucoid blob is attacking the Goliath. Okay, laying down some saves. Save a Rooney. Can we wake B up yet? B's still taking a nap. Yeah, I'm guessing we just do the refuse recovery system. The Goliath's hull is nearing structural failure, Captain. She's going to implode if we don't do something. Okay, well, do something then. Is this gonna work? Negative, sir. We're not in refuse recovery range. Well, can we... Hold on. Gotta stop the Goliath, sir, before it's too late. Maybe you should talk to Cliffy. Gotta be a way to sneak aboard the ship. Oh, that's the same thing he said before we hopped on the ship. Well, let's... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You blown it again. Due to your inability to perform under pressure, the Goliath was destroyed, and so were you. That's nice. I'm just asking for a few seconds. A few seconds to make a decision here. Okay. So I want you to... fire. I don't know. Let's just see. I got points. Decloaking, sir. Locking weapons. Eat plasma, blob face. Okay. Alright, and now it's gonna come at me, and then... another save. Just in case I miss it. Then we're gonna... activate this, right? Aye, sir. Got him. Look at that. Perfect score numbers. 4,000, 4,200. Got the blob aboard, sir. Containment fields are holding at 200% capacity, but they won't last long. We're losing power, sir. Ship's gonna fall apart any minute. Is this where we do self-destruct and then just beam over to the Goliath? Alert warning. Uh-oh. Hold on, can I use these other buttons? Yeah, I guess I'm just self-destructing then. I got points. Alright. Just love Flo's little run. You're a brave man, Captain. In case you don't make it out of here, I want you to know that except for a few minor incidents, which I won't go into right now, it's been an honor serving with you. Okay. Hold on. Can I let it out of here? And die? Yuck. The giant pus-oozing blob has burst through the trash containment hatchway. You're up to your knees in it now. Literally. It's a nice look for you. Too bad it can't last. I was just wondering about the power in there, if I can do anything with that. Probably not. Because it seems to make us put back the fuses. Oh, B's finally up. Oh, we have to save Spike too. First we save Spike, then B. The proper order. Whew, I'm glad to get out of there. How come all those pretty lights are flashing? What's going on? Not much, except that Eureka has sucked up a giant pucoid blob creature and is about to self-destruct. That's nice. I think you're still a bit woozy, B. Whatever you say, dear. Oh, okay. B doesn't feel like talking now. Whatever. What do you expect it? What do you mean? Energize. Dang, this piece must have blown a circuit or something. I mean, I do have that. Is that what it's talking about? I got time. Better put old Spiky back. Better remember before we leave. Yeah, guessing it's one of these fuses that are blown out. No, it's actually starting to ooze out. Oh god, which is a high... power supply... Lighting... Main transporter... Power coupling... Which I'm guessing that's correct because otherwise it'd show it here. Got it. Can I escape? What do I do? Piss on it? Hit it with a stick. Oh wait, oh wait, that's just air, not liquid nitrogen. Just hit it with a stick, I don't know, like, get through it, shit. That was close. Hate to try that again. Not sure if the transporter's working right. You better go first, B. Oh, Roger, you're so self-sacrificing. Yeah, I checked out the EGA VGA. Removal. Good, she didn't get killed. Guess the transporter checks out. Gotta save Spike. Oh wait. I just wish they didn't make you put it back after leaving that screen. At least while you're in the ship. Okay, we got Spike. Are we gonna get points for saving Spike? Drool, get us out of here. Flo, call StarCon and tell them what happened. Congratulations, crew. A job well done. You deserve most of the credit, sir. Yeah, without you, we'd never have beat those puked out mutants. Oh, Roger, you're the greatest. I can't believe I ever doubted you. Laying a course for Starbase 22, Droll. Prepare to make the jump to heinous speed. Buckle up, everybody. Engage. Heinous speed. That'll be the YouTube thumbnail there. Congratulations. You vaporized the blobulous personification of the villainous Captain Quirk, saving countless lives from its menace. Fighting back the tremendous urge to plot a course to Disneyland, Roger and his loyal crew make their way back to StarCon. Well, thanks for the GGs. I'm glad to hear it, DOS Gamer Man. I'm not the best at these kind of games, but it's always fun checking them out for the first time. So ends another chapter in the continuous adventures of Roger Wilco. Stay tuned for future episodes of our courageous custodian and his crew as they continue their quest to clean up where others have gone before. I don't know if I got 5,000 points. It should say at the end. It's usually what happens. Yeah, or maybe I missed something before. I don't know if this very last part counted as points, which we didn't see. Or maybe I... took a different path to some solutions that resulted in less points. And then probably in a month or two, probably wrapping up the series, Space Quest 6. And then sometime, I think later this year, we'll do the VGA remake. A promotional fee paid by Sprint. No shit. Yeah, thanks for playing Space Quest 5, Next Mutation. It was just... Oh, well, thanks for closing out. It was, there was so much Sprint going on. Plus all the fan games. I don't know. I don't know about the fan games. Some of them look pretty good. Like the Sierra VGA remake, fan remakes. I think eventually I want to do the one for King's Quest 1. It looked pretty good. But yeah, there's still all sorts of stuff I gotta check out. Like starting the Quest for Glory series soon. We'll be doing that. Son of Xenon is fun. Yeah, I haven't looked too much into the fan remakes. Just going through the official games now. And yeah, by the end of the year I want to go through... Oh, what is it? Yeah, Space Quest 1, VGA remake, the one for Police Quest 1, and Larry, Leisure Suit Larry 1. And then after I finish Quest for Glory, the series, I'll do the VGA remake of 1, 2. Looking forward to that. That'll probably come up in a month or two as well. So yeah, there's a... This is the manual. I'll browse through. Leisure Suit Larry Reloaded. I think I have that. Or at least it's on my list. There's all sorts of Sierra stuff I gotta do. I don't know if I want to read through all of this, just because it is it's 24 pages, but we'll skim through this um a bit before wrapping it up. Yeah, I'm not sure if there is actually a... Hold on. If there's a real manual besides this that helps out with controls and things like that. Anyway. And then tomorrow, finally doing Blade Runner, the old late 90s adventure game, which everyone seemed to be playing recently. It's like they could smell what I'm going to be playing next. Yeah, like this guy down there in the bottom right is one of the creators, right? Ken Williams always making his way into the games. Baby born with only one head. Redneck menace. Terrorizes family. They made us drink beer and wear baseball caps. Oh, that's Mark. Designer's forbidden secret revealed. Mother confesses my baby is a one-headed mutant. It's enough to make a grown Borth hork. Please stop calling my human baby a mutant. It's gonna mention that his name's Ken. Scientists on Borthia are scratching themselves over an abnormal human baby born to a Borth couple. It's enough to make a grown Borth hork, says one technician who asked to remain anonymous. It's highly unusual for two Borth parents to conceive and deliver an Earthling child. We don't like Earthlings here. They have trouble calculating pi to 1,000 decimal places and chewing gum at the same time. But the baby's mother, Morgul Drelb, is taking a strong stance in defense of her infant, even if it is human. I prefer not to think of it as an Earthling. I prefer to think of it as galactically challenged. Hey, nice crime. They started doing... I don't know if Space Quest 6 has a similar manual, but they had something like this for Space Quest 4 as well. It's like a magazine. Drelda has had to endure the cruel stares and callous remarks of neighbors and former friends. Just because it's human, it seems to be a license for some people to be just plain nasty, Drelb complains. You wouldn't believe how many times I hear otherwise well-meaning Borthians say, "How, darling, is it going to grow up to be president?" Or Earthling want a Pop-Tart? Borths can be so mean and unthinking. The initial prognosis was grave for the unicranial tot. These unfortunate mutations, being completely human, have a greatly diminished capacity for intellect and reasoning by Borth standards, explained Dr. Regnad Kine, lead scientist at the Soria Clinic for Borth Defects, back before the Be Kind to Dumb Animals Act of 18453, when we found Earthlings in our part of the galaxy. We deep-sixed them with a chipper shredder. Oh no. Took the Fargo route. Now we're more tolerant, but we still don't invite them to our parties. Kind attributes the bizarre human mutant with its deeply discounted cerebral capacity to the fertility drug Ukrainium, which had been prescribed to Drell when she and her husband, Berfel, identified a fertility problem. Just 2 weeks after starting her prescription, Morgul took, and her entire neighborhood joined in the festivities. It was a joyous day, Morgul recalls. Then we confirmed it with the Drano test. But as Morgul approached her 16th trimester, there was a suspicion that all might not be right with the fetus. We went in for further tests, and lo and behold, we found that the baby's second head had failed to develop at all. The doctors then realized that by some bizarre coincidence, the fertility drug had scrambled the baby's gene patterns, resulting in a totally human baby. It was a zillion to one shot, and just our luck, we were the zillionth customers. What's this? A streaker is one who is particularly unsuited to his work. Lunatic litter bugs, trash planets. Just fell right out of the sky. Oh, I remember seeing this. The transporter bloopers. Ass face. Living proof that less is more. Perhaps this Starcon officer would be considered for promotion to Rear Admiral. Wherever they go, whatever they do, they're going to do it together. Butt face in the flesh. You too can be a game designer for fun and profit. Learn how to design on the fly, create games without bothersome design documents, cope with burnout and designer pattern baldness. Meet unrealistic deadlines, even if it kills you. So you have a great idea for a computer game, but you don't know what to do with it? Let us here at the Scumsoft School of Game Design teach you how to turn your ideas into cash money. In no time, we'll have you spewing out computer games at a dizzying rate, while a portion of the revenue they generate goes to pay your tuition. No need to worry about the job market. We guarantee 100% job placement within our own company, Scumsoft. Just listen to what 2 of our most successful graduates have to say. The best years of our lives were spent at Scumsoft SGD. 2 guys from Andromeda. Chained to the desk. Spaced out Quest co-creator comes out of the closet. I'm not an alien. I'm a human being, cries one phony from Andromeda. They were regaled as the golden boys of the entertainment software industry, having authored 4 of the best-selling adventure games in the universe. The 2 guys from Andromeda, the wacky, zany design team of Mark Crow and Scott Murphy, rocketed onto the scene 6 years ago with the first Space Quest adventure, introducing us to the wild, imaginative adventures of Roger Wilco. Know the future, money, love, career, health, more money. Contact scrotum brain down there. The phenomenally successful Space Quest series thrust the 2 guys into the galactic spotlight and onto software superstardom. Millions of adoring fans throughout the galaxy shelled out bazillions of buckazoids to wrap their tentacles around each new offering. But one of these 2 bright stars of the software universe flickered and faded this week as the Inquirer aimed the harsh light of truth on Mark Crow's deepest, darkest secret, that he is, in fact, a Homo sapiens. Far from being the witty extraterrestrial from far-off Andromeda, Crow is a mere human. A craven, carbon-based charlatan from the cesspool of the universe, Earth. Our intrepid and extremely rude photographer snapped these revealing photos of the artificial alien as his private makeup artist was about to apply the trademark flame red mohawk, and pig snout in preparation for two guys' appearance at a children's birthday party. Needless to say, the kids were devastated when the two guys didn't show. Crow was reluctant to speak to the Inquirer until this reporter badgered and prodded him into submission. "I'm not an alien. I'm a human being," he blubbered. Head in hands, he babbled on. "I just wanted to make everyone happy." Then he fell completely apart in a pathetic display of forced tears. What a whiner. After their last triumphs, Space Quest 4, the two game designers went on a brief hiatus, making only occasional personal appearances, reportedly to supplement their meager game designer incomes. They were in demand at supermarket grand openings and preschool birthday parties before they began their current work on separate projects. With the revelation of Crow's earthly origins, several questions remain. What is the future of the two guys? What's the future of Space Quest series? Will there be a Space Quest 5? Can millions of Space Quest fans throughout the universe forgive this deception and accept one phony from Andromeda? Does anybody actually read this trash? And know the future: money, love, career, health, more money. Astrological forecast, dream interpretations, tarot readings, tea leaves, palms, past lives, future lives, 9 lives, bumps, bones, runes, fortune cookies, you name it, I'll read it. Call now. You know you want to. I know you want to. I know you want to. Let's face it, I know everything. Dial 1-900-MYSTIC. 500 buckazoids per minute. Must be at least 18 years old and willing to believe anything. What? Oprah Wingnut? Now I have to read all this. Hold on. I don't know if I want to read all of them. My throat might die. Whatever happened to Roger Wilco? I'll at least read this part. Whatever Happened To is a weekly feature highlighting celebrities and other newsworthy individuals who have dropped out of the limelight, has-beens who have faded into obscurity, former stars who have crawled into the dark corners of the galaxy with a desire to be left alone to start a new life away from the prying cameras of the paparazzi. You got more handsome. They used to call me Habba the Gut. Till I lost 500 pounds on the cellulite reducing plan. It's so easy. Just one revolting shake for breakfast, then one for lunch, and I'm not hungry till about 2 o'clock. Then I have a sensible mid-afternoon snack, a nice big hoagie with lots of mayo and cheese. For dinner, I swing by McGlutton's for their all-you-can-eat rib fest. Cellulite's patented formula coats your digestive tract with space-age polymers, which prevent absorption of unwanted calories, so you can eat till you're sick and still take off the unwanted weight. 21-day supply for only $9.95. Can I read this? The tiny text? No. Ultracellulite, the disgusting, flavorless crap. Willing to believe anything. Yeah, that guy's rich. 500 buckazoids per minute. Got Elvis Watch at the Monolith Burger. It's been a busy week for Elvis watchers. Seems the king of rock and roll has been popping up all over the galaxy lately, in some very peculiar places. The latest incident of Elvis terrestrial activities catches the king gyrating behind the counter at a Monolith Burger restaurant. Though he was convincing, it didn't take long for our crack reporters to catch on that this was another imposter. Turns out it was a gimmick to help promote Monolith's new banana sandwich combo. Nice try, guys. Former sci-fi hunk dumps wife for maid. Wait, is that George Jetson? Look at that nose. Rorge. Close family friend says bad Rorge. Bad Rorge. Once seen as the father of the galaxy's favorite space family, the Jettisons, George Nebula is now seen keeping company with a steamy actress model, Stephanie Ann Droyd, who played the Jettisons' maid. The torrid affair has rocked the showbiz world, and as Nebula's wife vowing revenge. I've given that pencil-neck little geek the best years of my life, says Mrs. Nebula, who promises George's little fling will cost him half his fortune. Friends say this is just the latest in a long line of gal pals to turn George's head. Be all that you're not. Join the Starfleet. See the universe. If you hunger for adventure, excitement, and are gullible enough to believe recruiting slogans, then StarCon Academy is the place for you. See your recruiter. There's Quark. I've done nothing wrong. Scandal rocks Star Confederacy. Letty Vales, a really good friend of an anonymous source, reported to be pretty darn close to the former Secretary of Galactic Defense's niece, relates a shocking story in this exclusive Inquirer interview. Hello, Mr. Vales. I'm getting paid cash for this interview, right? Yes, that was the arrangement. Good. Now, as I was telling you guys earlier, I heard this story from my buddy, who kind of dates the niece of Secretary of Defense Doug Lloyd Lockjaw. Then this story comes from a highly placed and unimpeachable source. Please continue. Well, apparently, there's been a tremendous amount of partying and a lot of hanky-panky at so-called diplomatic functions. This has caused several embarrassing incidents that the StarCon command has taken great pains to cover up. Can you give me an example? One particular incident of note was the recent destruction of the planet Aleppo's largest moon. I heard it was some kind of natural disaster. It was a disaster, all right, but there's nothing natural about what happened. There was a big ballyhoo with a bunch of the StarCom brass and a lot of diplomatic types for Captain Rames T. Quirk's engagement to the stepdaughter of the vice president's former wife's sister. Scandal touches highest levels of Star Confederacy. Whatever. Anyhow, there was this Plutonic general. You mean he was celibate? No, I mean he was from Pluton. Anyway, Quirk gave this General Hosimoto a little bit too much Antarian fizz water. You see, Quirk was trying to pick up on Hosimoto's date at his own engagement party. I see. A diplomatic intrigue with interplanetary implications. But what does this have to do with the destruction of Aleppo's moon? You know how Plutons get, they catch even a whiff of carbon dioxide? I'm afraid I don't. Well, paranoidal scarfomania is an ugly word, but actually it's 2 words. Stop interrupting. Sorry. Anyhow, General Hosimoto starts to go a little haywire from the effects of too much CO2 and begins smashing up the presidential palace. Plutonic General gets gassed, runs amok. Right. Anyhow, Quirk took the opportunity to ditch his fiancée and leave the party with the guy's date. But what about the moon? I'm getting to it. So Hosimoto smashes up the place and runs outside. He looks in the sky, and what do you think he sees? An aircraft? No, the planet's moon, you twit. Anyway, Hosimoto totally freaks out at the sight of it, and he runs down a major street buck naked, screaming bloody murder. Jilted General goes on killing spree. What are you babbling about? Screaming bloody murder's just an expression. Sorry, got a little carried away. Please continue. Now get this. Hosimoto thinks Aleppo's moon is following him. What a creative imagination he must have. So he calls up the planetary defense batteries and orders the entire night side of the planet to open fire on the moon with everything they have. It was blasted to atoms in a matter of minutes. Didn't the men in the batteries think this was a strange order from a foreign general? Well, in the Aleppian Defense Forces, most of the soldiers are lobotomized as a security precaution. If they can't think of anything, they can't spill any secrets, or so the reasoning goes. Besides, all they have to do is aim and shoot. What about the citizens of the planet? Needless to say, they were taken aback. Over the years, they had become very attached to their moon and were quite sentimental about it. No more moonlight walks, moonlight sonatas, moonbeams. About all they have left is mooning. A human tragedy. Well, thank you for your time, Mr. Vales. My pleasure. Now, where can I pick up my dough? I got Far Star instead of Far Side. New trend sweeps galaxy. Orbital bungee jumping. Thrill seekers everywhere are turning on this latest incarnation of what has to be the wackiest sport in the history of the known universe. The participant leaps from the airlock of the orbiting ship into the gravitational pull of the planet below. Hang on, the real challenge is not to lose your lunch as you tumble head over heels, faster and faster toward the world below, hoping your umbilical bungee recoils before you burst into flames in the planet's atmosphere. Such fun. Family lost in space each crew member to survive. Years after journeying into space to settle a distant planet, the long-lost crew of the Jupiter 2 returned home with a sordid story of isolation and cannibalism in the coldest reaches of the Alpha Centauri system. I wonder if sometime I want to actually play Alpha Centauri. Sid Meier's Alpha Centauri. I've had it for years, but never actually got around to playing it. Professor Robinson, the mission commander, recalled, after being lost out there for years, we finally managed to get back on a course for home. We were on the last leg of our journey when we noticed our food stores had been jettisoned. All fingers pointed to the ship's doctor, Zachary Smith, according to Robinson. Pilot Don West said, "We knew it had to be Smith. He'd been screwing things up for us ever since we left Earth. He was always tampering with the rockets, stealing ships, making deals with evil aliens, and generally being a pain in the, well, this was the last straw. We were all starving, so we ate him." The youngest member of the crew, Will Robinson, had grown fond of the doctor throughout the years. Don's right. Dr. Smith was a scheming, two-faced jellyfish of a man, but he really wasn't all bad. I'm gonna miss him. Will's father tried to console the lad. You're right, Will. I guess he wasn't all that bad. In fact, most of him tasted pretty good. Kind of like chicken. Alpha Centauri's great. Yeah, I imagine it looks like one of the later, well, I guess not later, but one of the Civilization games, kind of based in space. Maybe like Civ 3 or 4? Or 2? I don't know. One of those. But yeah, never got around to it. At some point, I think I'd like to just play through one game on like medium difficulty all the way through. Just to see how it is. It looks pretty cool. And like all the reviews that I've seen of it, people praising it. Shocking proof that ancient astronauts visited cavemen. Cave painting, not entirely unlike this one, proves cavemen really did exist. Genetics, we play God so you don't have to. At genetics, we don't make the virus. We make it more virulent. I remember in the game I couldn't say that word either. We don't make the mold. We make it moldier. At genetics, We don't make a lot of organisms you buy. We make a lot of the organisms you buy better. Genetics. Genetically engineered products you can count on. Never before revealed industrial secrets of how computer games are made. Following up such monster hits as Pirates of Pestilon and the Time Rivers, the Next Mutation team faced a daunting task in creating the next installment of the legendary Space Quest saga. What do you do with a janitor who's been everywhere and done everything? Fortunately for fans everywhere, these hard-working Space Quest creative geniuses have again proved that they are up to the task. Here's GI's exclusive behind-the-scenes look on the set of Space Quest V. To make a great game, you must first have a great design. For Space Quest V, the creative team spent arduous weeks racking their brains to come up with original plot ideas for the next mutation. Just reading through the Star Trek compendium. Is that a face hugger? For Spike, here the art director puts the final touches on one of the many miniatures used during the filming of the next mutation. In any project of such sweeping breadth and scope, there are bound to be a few lapses in communication. The art director had no idea what would happen when he told the artist to do the backgrounds on your computer. Behind the scenes look on the set of Space Quest V. State-of-the-art techniques were used to digitize live actors and bring them to the small screen in dazzling 256 color VGA. No expense was spared to bring to life the ultimate Space Quest adventure. Here the actor playing Roger is prepared for the spectacular Janitor's Inferno sequence. A staff of highly skilled artists and technicians sweated over every detail of the next mutation's mini sets to make sure each one was just right. Here the programming team offers some constructive feedback to the project director on a few proposed design changes. Oh, that was from the front page. Planet invaded by farmers from Earth. They made us drink beer and wear baseball caps. Weeps Nimrodian victim. Redneck menace terrorizes family. Oh, the space monkeys. Be the first on your planet to own live, adorable space monkeys. Play God. Create life in a bowl. Just add water, that's all it takes. In seconds, your cute, cuddly space monkeys will hatch and come to life right before your eyes. Within seconds, you'll be on your way to hours of fun and bogus superiority as you and your friends dominate a lower life form. Space monkeys will fill your need to lord over others while bringing laughter and smiles into your otherwise pathetic, lonely, insignificant life. So desperate to live, you can even train them. You'll laugh maniacally at the antics of these little monsters as they play and frolic. You howl with insensitive abandon as they perform stunts. You'll never tire of them, knowing you hold their tiny destinies in your hand. Raising space monkeys is so easy, any idiot can do it. Feeding is never a problem because they eat each other. Anyone who loves pets will adore these little guys. Would-be megalomaniacs will treasure them as a great substitute for world domination. Best of all, we'll show you how to teach them to obey your every command while avoiding embarrassing questions about the Prime Directive. Just remember not to feed them after midnight and keep them away from alcohol. It's a pretty interesting manual. I like how they just continued on from what they did with Space Quest 4. I would guess that they got something similar going on for Space Quest 6. It'd be a shame if they didn't. But yeah, this whole 24-page magazine free a 1-year supply of super growth steroids for bigger, healthier space monkeys. Tiny little collars with tiny little name tags. A catalog of our other fine products, including space apes, space marsupials, and space aardvarks. An incredible, lushly rendered, spare no expense manual discussing the care, raising, training, and breeding of space monkeys. Bonus includes 34 great recipes. Our famous unconditional "you bought it, you own it" guarantee in writing. Holy hyperspace, it sounds too good to be true. Please rush my Space Monkey kits right away with all these neat free things. I realize I must be completely satisfied, because once you have my money, or reasonable facsimile, I'm stuck with the little buggers. Send kits, cash, check, charge, or barter, or IOU. Please no CODs, checks, charges, barter, or IOUs. Please include 32,500 buckazoids for postage and handling. I had an ant farm, and that's about as close as I ever got to something like this. Oh, sticking that up my nose. The Ramco nose hair trimmer. Don't pluck nose hairs. Could cause fatal infection. Don't endanger your olfactory orifice with harsh, crude tweezers or pliers. You don't know where they've been. The Ramco nose hair trimmer edger is a safe and somewhat pointless or painless way to rid your nostril cavities of unsightly growth. In no time at all, the patented yank and slash system will have you breathing easily again. Just beam cash, check, or buckazoid order to Ramco. You had silkworms? I had all sorts of weird pets. The easiest ones, just cats and dogs. I had a gerbil. My dad kept it in his computer room, and the cage was made out of plastic, and it ate through the side of the cage, and then it ate in the drywall. So it like finally escaped the house. That was not a good pet. Please rush me my Ramco nose hair trimmer. It looks like just a chess piece or something with some scalpel blades, X-Acto knife blades. Oh, and this is I think this is where you can get the hint on what to do at the start of the game with cheating on your exam. Yeah. It's like the beginning players help. Ate through the drywall and escaped. Yeah. Yeah, we never saw it again. Yeah, plastic cages, they just don't hold up against any kind of rodent. They'll just eat right through those things. And it was really small. It was probably like a 1-inch hole. I did that overnight. I'm definitely not a rodent pet fan if they're gonna be chewing through my wall. I guess I wouldn't mind a big old rat with giant balls. As long as it's in the correct type of cage. A nice big cage that can't be eaten through. Alright, and then here's the page with all the locations. I guess a bit of copy protection. Yeah, glass terrarium, probably best. I've never heard of a rodent chewing through glass. Deadly pluck kills Andromedan. Local citizen died yesterday from complications traced to a plucked nose hair. Bugar Itar, age 46 millennia, was pronounced dead on arrival at the Slice 'em Up Discount Surgical Mall. I've seen facial blemishes that could lay a guy low for weeks, but never, never anything like this, exclaimed medical examiner Diggum Guts out? Diggum Guts out. This guy had a touchazoid on his nose the size of an Arcturan Jabba. Hard to photocopy, easy to write out. Yeah. That's why I never understood, like, if it's copy protection, like, of course the person pirating is gonna find this stuff like that pretty easily. Just makes it a little bit more painful on the players who actually bought the game. Itar is the latest victim of a wave of nasal infections that are reaching epidemic proportions throughout Andromeda. It happens every year during the hay fever season. A couple sneezes, a little itch, and then they can't keep their mandibles away from their snout shoots. Our public awareness campaign, Pluck at Your Own Risk, has helped. But a lot of Andromedans are still tempting fate. Pick it, don't pluck it. That's our motto. Dynamix. Increase your strength, feel great, look great. Lift things, big things. Open jars, impress your friends. If they're not impressed, beat them into a greasy, quivering pulp. Make new friends, beat them up too. Hire people to scratch your back. Terrorize little skinny guys on the beach. Send us your money now. Because we use Dynamix too, and we'll find you. Can you draw Drippy? Still going. Researchers for CyberClark Technologies finally lifted the veil of secrecy on their current project, the Dick 20. At a news conference earlier this week, said Dick Clark. Wonderwigs, bored with who you are? Pretend to be someone more interesting. It's as easy as putting on a hat. Looks like your real hair, and probably better, or you wouldn't be wearing it. Made of polyacrylic fiber. It won't stretch, lose its shape, or melt in your head. It's flame resistant too. Dozens of models. The Andromedan, the Princess, Aldo, two guys, the Shatner 3000, and Sprock. I want the Shatner 3000. Sleep through college. Earn your diploma while you sleep at the cryogenic correspondence school's dream path to higher education. Do you realize that the time you spend in cryogenic sleep during hyperspace travel is lost forever? You could be spending that time learning valuable new skills. Turn sleepy you into sleepy you. Let us open new career possibilities with our simple, proven methods of learning while you sleep. In no time at all, you'll learn accounting, gun repair, phone cleaning, insurance sales, warp drive mechanics, computer game production, refrigeration repair, space pirating, landscaping, goat milking, shoe repair, and countless other fascinating, high-opportunity careers. It says perform brain surgery at home. $100 Don't waste time with sleep learning correspondence courses or costly and time-consuming universities. Perform medical miracles and scientific marvels in your own home instantly with the teacher. Connect cerebral cortexes in minutes. Control entire planets. Attack starships. Fill out tax forms. You know, the long ones with all the additional forms and references to obscure tax codes that no one understands. A leading physician says, so easy a child could do it. Is that just a bunch of cups? Vulcanize your muscles? Tired of being humiliated with cries of hey geek and what's up bird legs? We'll fight back, you wimp. Learn the ancient arts of those Shaolin of the spaceways, the Vulcans. Be super strong while maintaining a geeky exterior. Ideal for programmers, artists, and comic book collectors. Credit problems? Bad credit, no credit, low income, no income, too young, too old, home repossessed, spaceship repossessed, previously turned down. Wow, that sucks. Bet you don't have one of these, Earthling. Official Space Cadet Handbook. Order now and receive Prime Directive loopholes. Absolutely free. Do you suffer from gullibility? Are you just plain stupid? Impossibly naive? Do you believe anything you read? Astrology, the tarot, numerology, politicians, and televangelists? Great. Send us 3,000 buckazoids along with your credit card numbers. Lose weight instantly. Move to a planet with lighter gravity. Not wrong. Save money on your food bills. Turn unwanted house guests into delicious vegetarian dishes in the comfort of your own kitchen with soylent greenery. 1-900-8 Heston. Amusing designs. Bonsai your dead pet? Interesting conversation piece that you'll be proud to own. Trouble making friends? Who needs them? You got computer games from Sierra. Go play with yourself. Live psychic. Love, career, money, future. 1-900-555-SCAM. Dead psychic. Madam Muffin will channel the dead advisor of your choice. 1-900-555-DEAD. World's greatest psychic. #1 authority on past lives, compatibility, the future, tarot, relationships, career, etc. Accept no limitations, just think it over. I'll call you. Psychics of plenty. A staff of qualified psychics waiting to answer your questions, all certified by the In Reagan Institute of Psychics. 1-900-555-SUCKER. I remember hearing things about Nancy Reagan, so I don't know about 1-900-555-SUCKER. Exotic lonely earthling men are just dying to meet Xenonian women. Right now for details. Don't pay intergalactic estate tax. Send 1,000 buckazoids for our pamphlet. Avoiding intergalactic estate taxes. And Spike. Wacky pet pics. Doggone cute. They're a little hard to train, but other than that, they make great pets. They're so cute and cuddly. Who wouldn't want to have one of their own? Who indeed, Kurt? Till they start printing newspapers on titanium, you're going to have a fun time getting this cute little acid squirter house trained. Ever wonder what a tribble looked like under all that fur? Ragnar Katz of Gaseous Anomaly 201 sent us this photo of her once fuzzy pet after a bad case of triple mange. Gangularian resident Kurt Megatroid's pet face hugger shows off his latest trick for the camera. Unleash your hidden potential to actually finish the game. I'd be lost without it. Space Quest 5 hint book. I'm sure like that so much of this whole magazine is like obvious bullshit. I wonder how many people saw this and thought that the contact information at the bottom was bullshit as well. As well as this. Was this a real thing? It looks real-ish. Elvis marries Oprah on TSN. The Sierra Network. I found my hunka burnin' love in Larryland. I toasted his flabby butt on Red Baron. We swear it's true. Well, almost. The truth is you can be anybody on the Sierra Network. Create your own look and personality. Then go out and meet other gamers on the nation's premier online multiplayer game service. Challenge your new online buddies to multiplayer Red Baron. Form a party to search the dungeons in FRP Shadow of Cerberus, or slip into an uncensored chat room on the adults-only strip in Larryland, or express your artistic side in graffiti, round up a foursome for bridge, or check your email box for love letters. With over 20 great games, most in VGA with full sound card support, and thousands of players all over the country, TSN is the place to get together for fun. And yes, Elvis has been cited on TSN, and more than one marriage has resulted from meetings on the Sierra Network. Really. You know, if I was Sierra, I would put the actual stuff on a separate document than the magazine manual. Oprah. Actual character. Anyway, what am I doing? What am I doing? Where am I? Oh, you all stuck around. Must have put you to sleep. Well, that's gonna wrap it up for me today. I do plan on being back on tomorrow, where we'll start Blade Runner, which looks pretty fun. It's pretty fun. I think it's so funny. Like I have my list of games, my to-do list, and that's just out there. It's, you know, you can see like the next whatever it is, 50 games. You can go on my about page and click the link, and just every once in a while, it's like a bunch of people that I'll be following will play the same thing that I'll be planning to play next. It's like great minds think alike. Let me see if I can find somebody here who's playing something. Oh yeah, I'll catch you later, Dust Gamer Man. Thank you for hanging out and partying with me. I don't know if you want to check out Space Quest 6, but it should be in a month or so. Get around to playing that. Who. Let me see. Oh, how about raid that girl Joey playing FMV game Vampire Diaries? I think I have that somewhere in my to-do list. I have like the next 50 games in the list that you guys can check out. And then I have the remainder, which is like something way down the line. And I think that's probably where Vampire Diaries is. Anyway, let me stop rambling, which I can never seem to stop doing. Okay, so I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you all so much for hanging with me, especially, I'm not the best at reading, but I do appreciate you hanging out when I'm reading through the manuals and everything. It was a fun manual. And it should be fun doing Blade Runner tomorrow. So I will see you guys then. All right, thanks again. Bye.